bet you thought that I would lay down and die. Whoa, no. Demon thanks me in my cup all night long. Will your tongue at my throne of power? Oh, no. I never...
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup features one team who likes to get it done through the air, the Redskins.
All right, Larry, we are due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Washington Redskins. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And a first carry here for Charles Sims. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. On third down, Cousins. He's got time in the pocket. Great protection. Jordan Reed has it. It's a gain of 17, and it'll give him a first down.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Deep drop. He's going to air one out. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. After the interception, here's Ryan. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or...
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Here's Ryan. And it's incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
A gain of 13 and also a first down.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're buried deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school, I can do this, until it becomes a game situation. Not quite the same in many cases.
A gain of 3, second down. So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. Second down, Cousins. And Reed with it over the middle. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Now Sims. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
The insistence of speed at every position is really seen at the defensive end spot. These guys in the old days were often outside linebackers. They just pushed them forward because they wanted to play fast and get to the quarterback or the running backs quicker than ever before.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
That was not a completion that results in a highlight video. But at the same time, if you have those kind of completions all game long, eventually one of them might turn into a highlight.
Let's go.
Cousins from the gun on third. Now to the left here to Reed. And he's going to be out of bounds down to the 25. Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Cousins on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
As the field starts to get condensed, the defense likes that a lot because now you don't have as much space to cover, but a well-run corner route there.
Let's go.
They'll throw again. Cousins finding time. His pass caught at the 4. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? What a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Partner, when it's a goal-to-go situation, if you're on the field on defense, you have to know that you may be called on to make a tackle at any time. Here, the cornerback does exactly that. Plays the run really well and makes a big play.
So now 3rd and goal. Will the defense bring some extra pressure here? No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal?
Partner, it's decision time now. I know it's still just the 2nd quarter, but you have an opportunity to either kick the...
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And the Falcons now making their way back out onto the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Now it's Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
I know that's their first connection in this game, but you and I both know that Julio Jones is without a doubt his quarterback's favorite target.
Oh, yeah, Matt Ryan loves this guy, and who wouldn't?
Yeah, and the reason that he's that is because of his dependability. And quarterbacks have to have that from their receivers, meaning they know where they're going to be when they're running certain routes. They don't break them on them. They don't change them up and do their own freelance stuff and put their quarterbacks in bad situations. Matt Ryan has ultimate trust in Julio Jones. Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's
Julio Jones all alone. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 76 yards. And the Falcons are in for 6. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Larry Ridley will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. He's got time. A dump off to Sims. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And the dreaded face mask penalty, that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And it's such a dangerous play. Body going one way, and then your head gets yanked back the other. 15 yards is the right call.
Here's Cousins, and this one complete to Reed. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. And now they're in the hurry-up. Cousins looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. 3rd and short yardage, Cousins. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. A gain of 11 and a 1st down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Defense showing blitz. Again, it's Cousins. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
All right, here we go.
Cousins again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 3rd down, Cousins surveying the field. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And the athleticism on the spin move allows him to pick up the first before he's brought down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
1st down. Here's Cousins. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
This will be caught just inside the 10. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll throw again. Cousins. He's got time in the pocket. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
And right now I take my rudimentary kindergarten skills and draw where the tackle box would be, because that was close. I thought he was in the tackle box. He has to be very careful where he gets rid of the football from that spot.
Yeah, they say there was a receiver in the area, though.
Yeah. There's always a receiver in the area.
His pass caught at the 4. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. So as they take it over, we step aside. And that extra yardage makes this upcoming field goal attempt much more manageable.
Agreed, because when you talk to defensive coordinators, they always tell us the 35-yard line on our side of the field, that's the line we guard the most aggressively, because once they get there, they believe they're in field goal range.
We have hit halftime. Still, what's that? Now, oh, we're back. Okay, well, something happened to Larry in the halftime show, I guess. We're ready for the third quarter. Let's go. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Washington defense getting ready. They are down on the scoreboard as we begin the second half and looking to avoid a bigger deficit.
And I can just hear the coaches now. I can hear the head coach. Guys, first 5 minutes. First series of the second half. Offense or defense, you've got to set the tone.
They'll try to set that tone here. A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
It's hauled in by Hardy. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now it's Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field. And
he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones. His second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And he's able to put it through. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Falcons defense gearing up as they take the field. And they did well down near the goal line last time, forcing him to settle for a short field goal.
And in today's day and age, settling for a field goal of that distance is amazing. You can get 3 points now, where it's going to give you only 1 point for the extra point, which would be a little bit longer. But they have to feel fantastic about only giving up 3 in that situation. It could have been so much worse.
Yeah, it could have. Now can they carry that over?
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Out to the left, it's complete to Dyson. That one goes for 24 yards.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Here we go.
Play fake. Cousins. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Cousins now to throw on first down. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Jordan Reed with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Redskins have made this a one-score game. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And here now come the Falcons. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football. Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones with his 3rd touchdown and 18th on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back.
Back now at FedEx Field, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. Out to the left here to Reed. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Fresh set of downs here. A 1st down throw for Cousins. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And a nifty little deep juke spin move. Not a great deal there on the back end, but a nice gain still.
But I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, But we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Again, it's Cousins. And that one his first incompletion in his last 6 passes. And it's 3rd down. Seventh play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, Cousins. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Finding time. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. It looked like he might have had a window there, but the rhythm was just a little bit off.
It certainly was, because everything that has to come together to get a pass completed. Yeah, you're right. The sync just wasn't there.
Cousins now. And it's a short one here. Complete to the tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Well, just play after play after play.
Every time I see a coach challenge a spot, that makes me a little bit nervous for that coach. Those are very difficult to get overturned.
Well, the biggest reason, correct me if I'm wrong, is just technology. A lot of times you just don't have the angle.
Yeah, I think all the coaches, when they want to challenge that type of a play.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Give him 14 on the play. And the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. And this seemingly endless drive continues. Cousins again. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Reed with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Redskins are able to make this a close game again.
And they put it in the end zone, which was job 1. Now they have to convert, and then it's decision time, isn't it?
Yeah, so this is what all teams go through. You look at the clock, you're inside 2 minutes, look at your timeouts, make that onside kick decision.
Yeah, how do you feel about your defense, where you are in terms of the scoreboard, and the time left on the clock, as you noted? So many things to go through.
Here's the Redskins now as their kick unit will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now here comes the Redskin defense heading back onto the field. They do have all 3 timeouts remaining, but a first down likely ends this thing.
And it looks like they are, to coin a phrase, on the defensive here, right? But in fact, the team on offense has to be really careful because they're going to attack like crazy. They've got to cover the football, make sure they don't turn it over, and still find a way to finish off this game despite the extra pressure that's going to come their way.
Do you pack it in for a run here on first down?
I think that you do. That's how you have to play it. But at the same time, you're telling your ball carrier, both arms over the football, body, everything else, because they will do everything possible to try and knock it free.
Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Ryan. Wide open receiver complete. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Austin Hooper, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Green 39.
A 2nd down throw for Cousins. He's got time. And this one complete to Reed. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
I got 86. Blue line. Blue line.
3rd and short yardage. Cousins. A dump off to Sims. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Surveying the field. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good. So they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. It's hauled in by Hardy. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd. Now it's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. The 30. 10. 5. Touchdown. Falcons. Julio Jones. 87 yards. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Falcons set to get things rolling on defense again here. They did their job coming into the hostile environment, doing what needed to be done to get the W.
And that has to feel great because all during the week, that's one of the goals that they talked about. Going on the road, making that stadium their own, establishing themselves in the game. Give them credit. They got all those things done.
Yeah, both sides of the football did their job in this one. And he'll indeed get him to the line and spike it here to stop the clock. Let's see if the defense tries any pressure here on 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, Cousins. It's brought in by Doxson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And quickly, they get to the line. And he'll indeed get him to the line and spike it here to stop the clock. They'll throw again. Cousins. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be.